I wanna see you peacock, cock, cock, you peacock, cock, you peacock, cock, cock, you peacock. I wanna see you peacock, cock, cock, you peacock, cock, you peacock, cock, cock, you peacock. Word on the street, you got something to show me, magical, colorful.
Hey YouTube, welcome back. So to start off, I did my brows off camera, and then we're just going to go into priming our eyelids using the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. Kind of got it a little bit all over the place right there, but it's okay. We're going to cover it up later. Next, I'm going to just set that and mattify it using my Laura Mercier TLSP, and I'm just going to take my Kat Von D setting powder brush and apply that to my eyelids as well as my brows because I tend to get oily right there. Now going into my Karity 21 matte palette, I'm going to take this shade Coquet on a large fluffy tapered brush. I'm just going to apply that right over the transition area of my eye, and then to blend out the area between the Painterly paint pot color and my concealer right under my brow bone. To start off my peacock look, I'm taking my ColourPop single shadow in the shade Checkmate, and I'm just going to take that on a tapered blending brush and apply that right into the transition area right above my inner corner, or the innermost area of my eye closest to the nose. And then I'm going to take my ColourPop single shadow in the shade Piece of Cake and go right into the middle part of my transition area to blend those two together. Next, for the outer regions, I'm going to go back into my Karity palette and take the shade Ego, which is kind of a deep violet shade, and I'm just going to buff that right in and blend it a little bit into the Piece of Cake shade. And just continue blending and blending and packing on the color until you feel like it looks just right. To give that some more depth, I'm going to take a pencil brush and go into this navy shade Phantom from the Karity palette, and I'm just going to apply that to the outer V close to my transition area, as well as that crease right above where I'm going to cut the crease with concealer later. And again, if you feel like that line is too harsh, go back in with the shades that we just used and buff it away and continue blending until you feel like there's more of a seamless blend. Now going back into my paint pot, I'm going to take a flat synthetic bristle brush and go ahead and carve out my crease and just cover my lid once again so I have more of a sharp base and a sharp line. And then using my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, I'm going to take this shimmery shade Luscious that you see right here, and using another flat shader brush, I'm going to go ahead and pack that right onto the lid. And then using that navy Phantom shade from the Karity palette, I'm just going to go ahead and blend out the edges of that cut crease. Now for my winged line, I'm going to go ahead and use my liquid liner from Wet n Wild, the H2O proof liner, and I'm just going to go ahead and build up a winged line there. And then off camera, you're going to see me apply my Crazy Ray Ray Allure lashes, and I am also going to clean up right under that wing with some concealer, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I primed my face off camera using my One Heck of a Blot primer from Soap & Glory, and then moving right on to foundation, I'm going to use my Lancome Teint Idole Ultra 24-Hour Wear Foundation in the shade 470 Suede C. And I'm just going to take a Real Techniques foundation brush and dot that all over my face and neck, and then blend it out. To conceal and highlight, I'm just going to go ahead and use my MAC Pro Longwear concealer in the shade NC45, and I'm just going to take one more of my semi-flat eyeshadow brushes and actually use it to apply my concealer right under my eyes and down my T-zone. And all of the eyeshadow and concealer brushes that I use in this tutorial, and most of my tutorials, are from BH Cosmetics. My face brushes differ here and there for which brands I use, but all of those other small brushes you see are pretty much from BH Cosmetics in different sets that I've purchased. Now, using my damp beauty blender, I'm just going to blend all of those concealed areas out. To contour, I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick in the shade Earth. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with my damp beauty blender as well. And to set the highlight, whatever areas those are, I'm going to take my Dermablend loose setting powder in the shade Warm Saffron, and I'm just going to use my beauty blender to go ahead and pat that right on, and I'm just going to bake for a little bit. And then I'm taking my Black Radiance True Complexion contour palette in medium to dark, and I'm just taking that contour shade right out of there and using a fluffy brush to go ahead and buff that over all of the areas where I put my contour foundation shade. Now, just to give everything a seamless blend, I'm using my Laura Mercier TLSP again, and I'm going to use that as more of a finishing powder here. So you're just going to see me taking a fluffy e.l.f. powder brush and just buffing everything out. Now to highlight, I'm going to go into my Anastasia and Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit, and I am going to take the shade Forever Young that you see right here in the upper middle, and I'm just going to apply that to the tops of my cheekbones and then down the center of my nose. And I'm also going to do a little bit of a highlight on the inner corners of my eyes. A little spritz of Fix Plus just to give everything a more skin-like appearance. Then to finish off that eye look, I'm taking the same shades that we used up top, the deep violets and blues that we used up top, and I'm going to sweep that across my lower lash line to smoke it out. Then I'm taking my ColourPop single shade Tiki, and this is like a warm yellow, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply a little bit of that to the lower lid closest to the inner corner. And here you see I'm just finishing off with my highlight that I mentioned earlier. Now for my waterline, I'm taking my ColourPop gel liner pencil in the shade Prance. And this is such a beautiful blue, almost periwinkle shade, and I just felt like it would really help with the pop of color that I have here. And then for my lashes, I'm just going to go ahead and blend those in using my L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga mascara. Alright, can't forget about those lips, so I'm just going to take my ColourPop Lippie pencil in the shade BFF3 that you see right here, and I'm just going to line my lips. This is the most nude shade that I own. And then going in with the MAC lipstick in Velvet Teddy, I'm just going to sweep that across my lids as well. And that's going to be all for the look. So I really hope you all enjoyed this look. If you do recreate it, I hope you have tons of fun, and be sure to tag me and let me know so I can see it. And I hope you all have a lovely, lovely day. See you next time.
I can't say I give my all, baby, but tonight I'd risk it all, baby.
Arching your back.